I put my heart in this. Why does everyone think they're the hardest? Why do you speak for the sake of speaking? You don't even know what you're trying to describe. Honey, calm down, calm down. I was just trying to be nice. If that's how it's gonna be, your future might be really bleak. It's your own fault that you feel your feelings. I'm not responsible for your losses. I'm not responsible for your problems. I was around back then, but I'm not around right now. Find someone else who will care. Find someone else who will help you while I'm on my business. I do what I want, no diddy. Who's gonna stop me, no diddy? You ain't that great to be silly. You're another facade, no diddy. I do what I want, no diddy. Who's gonna stop me, no diddy?
Happy Halloween from Not For The Week, from Johnny Luch and Miss Alora Kane. How are you feeling, Miss?
This Hallows Eve, I feel well. I feel so well. I'm excited because Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. I get to dress up, have an excuse to eat candy. So yeah, I'm living the life. I'm living a good life right now.
You know he's not living a good life? Your boy Dirk McGurk.
Not Dirkio. Not
Yo,
Dirkio.
We got Dirk, man. Everybody's getting the Rico. Miss Kane, let me know what you know about this Rico, because I recently heard this. Me and Hav went over it. What do you got?
So basically, the tea in the streets is that Dirk was tired of the fans saying that he did not slide for King Von. So Dirk said, y'all not about to pull my whole card, because one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide for mine. So Dirk hired someone to take out Quando Rondo, I believe his name is. I guess he's one of the guys who was involved in King Von shooting and the death of King Von. So Dirkio's like, okay, enough time has passed. So it's time for him to get his heavenly pass. So I feel like Dirk was doing his big one with this. And I know people like, that's just horrible, but at the same time, it's their lifestyle. This is what he rap about. This is what they live. They live in Chirac. Chirac is where he's from. So of course he was gonna have to step to the plate, basically.
Oh, so you saying sliding for Vaughn was a must?
It was for me. Listen, I'm a non-violent person, but I feel like his reputation was on the line. It wasn't even just his reputation. It was the fact that we all know King Von's relationship with Dirk. They were brothers, and it's something that was to be expected. Now, I wouldn't have wanted him to slide because I feel like he has elevated from this, but because of his reputation, I feel like that's what the streets wanted him to do. And in order for him to still be a relevant trill rapper, that's something that he had to do. Now, I would have told Dirk to sit back and make them coins, baby. Just leave it alone and let God handle it. But Big Dirk said, I got to do my big one. I got to step to the plate. So, I mean, I ain't mad at him, though.
His dad just came home. The dude that put him in jail was wired up, was his best man.
Bro.
Jam, that's his name, Jam. Jam is the dude that Dirk gave $50,000 when he came out. Gave him a house. He really was looking out for the big homie, gave him a shout out, everything, and then he got wired up. He got caught out in them streets. Dirk was on his way. He made some out of the country trips.
Well, it was his birthday weekend though.
He put the feds on. As soon as they seen that he had a one-way trip to Spain, you know, I see a lot of loopholes in here where Dirk could probably get out, and he could probably just blame it on everybody, since it's kind of that way anyway.
I would say maybe he was saving face. He has to uphold the image for his crew. And let's be honest, Dirk was being pressed in the media, on social media, and by a lot of people in Chicago about him not sliding on Vaughn. Vaughn has been dead for a couple of years now. And yet they feel, wow, that's a long time. 5 years. And yet the streets feel like he didn't receive any justice, considering King Von was known for sliding on people, you know, if they took out somebody in his crew. So I think that Dirk was probably I think he can say that he was just talking mess. It was a part of the game that he's in. But who knows if he
Okay,
really
with
was
all
going to put
these
that in
Ricos
motion.
happening, Kane, do you feel
Uh-huh.
like drill music is dead?
Heck no. I
No.
wish it would be. No. Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
wow.
I wish drill music would be dead because I'm against murdering people. But the reason why it would never be dead is because there's going to always be someone who's going to have street cred. Street cred is something that unfortunately our community lives by. And that is the founding foundation for Tukey Williams, uh, let's say the late Nipsey Hussle, and a lot of other people like that. So the young kids actually look up to people who rap like this because this is their lives, and for some reason people think this is a cool thing to be is a street gangster and rap trail music, and I don't think it's cool, but I don't think it'll die with all these RICO cases. You know why?
Yeah.
People know their best friends be snitching. There
Yeah. Yo, it's a big fact. It's like a new Rico's coming out every week.
Mhm.
Who knows who's next? It's getting super crazy out here. I mean, we went over Diddy, but now his kids is out here wilding. Like his kids trying to beat up Ray J. Like I didn't really get the news on that. That just dropped.
Oh,
Right
well,
before all of this. I'm not exactly familiar with everything, so if you could just speed me up, please, because I heard they wilding out there.
well, baby, the one thing I'm gonna always have is the boobies and the tea. Listen. So the streets is talking. The streets basically said that Ray J was at the party with Amber Rose and Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop. And now we all know that when this Diddy stuff first came out, Ray J was in support of Diddy. And Ray J was like, give him some grace, guys. We don't know what's going on. And just be fair because we hear a lot of stuff. And then the moment the feds say clink clink to Diddy, Ray J's out here, he did it. Ray J out here speaking bad on his name. So I feel like Diddy's boys feel like, Ray J, you've been around the family. We embraced you. My father thought you was a real one. And as soon as he gets locked up, you're basically trying to dog him for a little bit of coins. Because let's not forget, Ray J's been on CNN. He's been on his network. Anyone who would give Ray J a platform to be the diva that he is, Ray J has took advantage of that. And I feel like for Diddy's boys, it's fake. It's weak. Because we've seen a lot of rappers come out and say, listen, I don't want to speak on it. I want to see more evidence. And I feel like Ray J could have been the same way because facts are facts and we don't have all the facts yet.
Right. Do you think this is a pick and choose situation? Because
yeah, of course.
Maybe let's say like a Tony Ayo said some shit, you know what I mean? Like was in that situation. Do you think that these guys would have been at the guy's neck the way they were with Ray J?
No. And let me tell you why. It's because say Tony Ayo, 50 Cent. This has been 50's MO. 50 has always said stuff about Diddy. So that's no surprise for them. But for Ray J, that was a surprise because Ray J has been at mostly all the Diddy parties, hanging with him, calling him big bro. So Ray J was...
He had the booty bandits on deck, bro.
Right. So Ray J...
You don't know what you can. Come on, man. Who you think was providing them goons?
Right. So Ray J, it's just a betrayal for the family. So I don't think they will pull up on 50 because they know 50 gonna pop his shit, That's expected. But Ray J turned into like kind of like a sort of little rat, And they're like, okay, I think they could respect real. If you say what you feel and you've been saying that and you stood on business, I think they ain't got a problem with that. The fact that you've been calling Diddy, because Ray J said that, y'all, allegedly. Because I remember interviews that he said this in. I talked to the big bro, he's in good spirits. And then now you're on CNN bashing him. Nah, you need your wig pushed back. And I think Ray J play into me people's faces.
Yeah, Ray J, I think we all know that Ray J is on drugs. Like Ray J, like that's not allegedly. Like Ray J has gone off and was, popping shit at Fabulous and talking crazy. How he had the booty bandits ready and how he had Fabulous at one point, and then he's like, right 50, right Lloyd, right Floyd, and then Floyd and 50 like, No, that never happened, bro. What are
Right?
what are you
I
talking
seen
about?
it. Well,
You know,
I don't know if Ray J's on drugs. So I'm gonna say he's allegedly on drugs. I don't know. But yeah, that was weird. That was
yeah,
really weird. I mean, but I think Ray J is an attention seeker. And I think that anytime he can find a moment to go viral, he is going to take advantage of it. And I feel like he wanted to ride this wave. And then I even got upset when he got mad that the fact that Jaguar Wright decided to go on Piers Morgan's show versus his show, which isn't largely known by anyone. I didn't really know he had a show. So why would she use her voice on Ray J's platform? He had that one wish and she did not grant it and he crashed the fuck out.
yo, I'm actually real good on this part, right? Fucking Ray J is one of those guys where it's like, if Ray J was around me, every time he starts, you know what I mean? Like, he just seems like the dude that just wants to be a part of them big dog conversations.
Right.
And, you know, he's probably around when the big dogs are talking, but Ray J, he was born in this game, in this entertainment game, so he knows a lot. So I think if he's saying that Diddy did it and he wants to step the fuck away from Diddy, that says a lot. That's not just saying that he wants to throw somebody under the bus. That says, yo, bro, I want nothing to do with this at all.
But let's look at this. This is Ray J. Ray J had For the Love of Ray J. You remember when he did that Luscious, She Smashed the Homies or something like that, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Ray J has been tied to parties like this. So I would say his hands is not necessarily clean. I don't think his hands are clean. I just think that Ray J is not significant enough for anyone to be like, oh, Ray J did this to me. Ray J diddled me. Like, niggas gonna be like, it's Ray J, bitch. All you had to do was huff, puff, and blow.
Beat that nigga the fuck up. Yo, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you know, because wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
My whole thing is Ray J is definitely a clout chaser. If this was coming from Fifth, I'd be like, okay, I'll hear it. But Fifth been saying stuff like this, so it's no surprise. Because before Diddy even got indicted, Fifth been saying that Diddy was on weird shit, like wanting to take him shopping. And he told him, nigga, I'm a man. You ain't about to take me shopping. Ain't no nigga about to take me shopping like that. You know, so I believe certain things, but then I don't believe all things. But Ray J needs to sit back and remember,
sit down and just
like,
he just
right.
doing weed.
You were cute when you were Brandy's little brother, but Brandy don't even want to deal with you.
Oh yeah, no, bro, you always gonna be. Let's get that. You're always gonna be Brandy's little brother, but it's just. I think that this was a sucker move on Puff's kids. Go fight 50. Go fight 50. If you gonna punch on anybody that's going against your dad, go fight 50. So
again,
when that happens, then we can talk. You know what I mean? But you punching on Ray, like you got Ray J and then you got 50. You know what I mean? Like two different calibers.
But Ray J be fighting. Ray J is always down to throw hands. Always.
But I guess it's a fair fight, but
yeah,
what I'm saying,
they called him their uncle. 50,
right.
They never had that relationship with 50. It's a betrayal. That's like if I break bread with you and you're at my table and you go down, bro. Say if me and you, we've been rocking out and you go down, can't nobody get me to speak bad about you. I'm be like, yo, hold up. Y'all don't know, we don't know nothing. But for him to go out and do that, and you done been on vacation with us, you done been to parties with us, you done been in my life since I was little. I'm calling you uncle and stuff, allegedly. Then I'm gonna have to lay pause on you because it's a loyalty thing.
So sliding on Ray J is also a must. It was justified.
I think that wasn't the time or the place. I feel like they should have handled that differently. But then again, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. Because if you listen to Hazel E's account was Ray J was doing too much. And so that leads me to believe that Ray J was antagonizing. And they're like, you know what? I'm here with my brothers. Let's take this dude down. Because they brothers at the end of the day. And Ray J do got hands. He do. So they probably knew they needed to take him down.
I mean, listen. When it comes down to dad, man, right or wrong.
Yeah, that's their father.
If you got to be the example, you know, when it comes down to the family, and I guess, I mean, did they? Was it just like a scuffle, or did they like lay paws on him? Like,
they didn't lay paws. It was a bunch of bumping chests. But what really took me was not Chris Brown coming to the rescue saying, "Hey, listen, Assalamu alaikum."
That's what I heard. I just think Chris understood it wasn't the time, especially for Diddy's kids to be doing that with him on trial.
Yep.
So especially with him being in the public eye like that, so he knew what he was doing. So shouts out to Chris Brown on that one.
You want to know why the fuck this is not where it's at? I want to know your honest fucking opinion about this, bro, because even though this is still my nigga, some shit happened over the weekend with the Trump rally.
Oh yeah.
With the Latino remark. And we all knew about, you know, the racist shit and all of this, but this is like, come on, bro. Like,
listen, I'm a registered a Democrat. I've been that like my whole life. Okay. And I know that we spoke about this already, but you know, of course, I don't like how the country is like right now. You know, everything is so expensive. I'm paying a lot more for everything and taking home less. You know what I mean? But I'm sure that that's the drama for like everybody. Oh well, for like most of the working men out here. You know what I'm saying? If you have a house, you're paying more in home insurance. You pay more in water, sewer, internet, light, gas, auto insurance, and like these car notes are astronomical. Like I know somebody who's got a Dodge fucking Charger paying like $1,200 a month, bro.
Crazy. That's insane, bro.
Insane.
That's insane for like 4 years too, bro. 4 or 5 years, bro. Crazy.
Like, bro, so like the state of where this country is right now, it's just not good. So, you know, I've been following Trump, you know what I mean, and you know, and like I agree with a lot of like where he's coming from. But then there's like the other side where, you know, he just says dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? And like unfortunately, you know, it's a lot of stuff has been said about like my motherland up in fucking Puerto Rico.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't just sit there and say I'm disregard all that, knowing that my great grandmother has worked hard all her life in the coffee fields and in Puerto Rico, just trying to make ends meet. The same thing with my grandfather, my mother, my father. And then I'm gonna turn around and vote for the guy who fucking just had his man say that the item is a floating piece of garbage. Can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
Bro, let me tell you where you fucked up. And this is my nigga. And you know what? And this is how I feel, and I'm gonna be all the way real. Sometimes I feel where Donald Trump is coming. He's a little too real, but that's how we all are. But the one thing you gotta do, we all know you're gonna lie. We all know you're gonna cheat to get this election. But the one thing you do not do is attack the race that is the most proudest, bro. You get behind the Ricans if you want any vote, because we don't give a fuck in this race, right? We don't give a fuck about this race. Don't play with us. You feel me? Don't play with us. We were gonna. Here's how some Ricans are thinking, bro. We were gonna vote for that nigga. Now I'm not even gonna vote at all. I'm not even. Fuck him. Fuck this whole election. He was gonna have my vote. Now you had our vote, bro.
He almost had me.
You almost had me. Yo, you almost. I don't know if this was intentional, because he showed up late to the fucking into the spot in Detroit, and he was talking shit about Detroit too. Detroit is not.
He was talking shit about everybody. And plus, I know him. I've seen his stand up and his shows, and he's just a raw dude like that. And like, I get it. And you know what? I could take jokes. You feel me? I could take jokes.
Not to the most proudest race you'll have. The only thing I thought was
I could see if maybe Fat Joe or Daddy Yankee or Nicky Jam or someone who is like a Puerto Rican saying that. You know what I mean? But this is a white boy saying that.
And it's Kill Tony. Kill Tony, if you don't know Kill Tony, he got that mini. Yo,
I get it. I get
it too.
I get it. I so get it. But it's just like the saying goes. There's a time and a place for everything.
All right,
that wasn't the time, and that definitely wasn't the place.
They think that they have a problem fucking with black people and their race. We don't bother nobody. We stay out of this politics shit. We don't have, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be black and white and shit. Like, we don't care, bro. But the one thing you don't do, you didn't single out Latinos. You singled out Puerto Ricans, my nigga.
Yeah. Puerto
Rico. Yeah. My nigga, you don't understand how serious this is. And I want to make this segment, because I'm going to make my people proud on this one when I edit this motherfucker. Believe me, my nigga, everything is going to be the watch. Yo, that's on Hector Lavoe. On Lavoe and them, bro. You can't do that, bro. You lost whatever percent of Puerto Ricans. You lost that vote, brother. You lost that vote. Yo, it's never coming back.
He did that shit in the Garden, in New York City, bro.
Crazy.
He did
That's
that shit
crazy, bro. It's wild, bro.
Listen, God bless that dude. Kill Tony, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he's gonna have a target up in his back forever.
He's out there in Texas. So you know that the white, black, and brown shit is, that's cool out there. That's cool to make a Mexican joke.
On his back. Yeah, because I think in the Democratic like the convention or some speech, George Lopez had made a comment like about Mexicans, and nobody really cared about his comment because he's Mexican.
Right.
You see, it's a difference. Like a Mexican, like we're talking about, like a Mexican, it's a joke. Haha, he. But when you have a white boy saying that Puerto Rico is a floating piece of garbage, see, that's different.
The joke wasn't even funny. I could understand if it would have been. If you would have been like, yo, like some Jorge fucked some shit. I went to Jorge to fix my transmission and I got a whole new Tesla out of the nigga and some shit. Hilarious.
And and the thing that fucking really like fucking ticks me off is that somebody up in the Trump, like fucking crew had to okay that. Because, like, the dude is not just gonna go up there and just fucking freestyle.
Yeah, I think what
The
I think
Trump
what
people have
happened.
to know what you're gonna say and what you're talking about. So somebody signed off on that and say, "Hey, that's cool. That's something that Trump like will want you to say."
Right. And and you know what? I think what he's doing is he's trying to make it like a raw comedy show. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, I get it, bro. And you know what? And plus, I like his shit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen his shit. I fucking like a whole bunch of his fucking videos. But, bro, wasn't the
have you
time and it wasn't
yeah,
the place, bro.
they're literally what Harris said is happening right now. He's losing. It's almost like it's over. You feel like the whole air just gets sucked out of this campaign because you know where it's going. Shorty's having Beyonce and all of these other people backing her, having like Eminem and Obama ripping the fuck out of Trump. When I tell you destroying, yo, bro, I had the dude come up to me today and he was like, some shit like, he was about to get fired or some shit. So he's like, man, there's a white boy in Detroit. Said my palms is sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy, yo, bro. I mean, now that's an actual thing now. Like Obama's so fucking good, bro. And when I tell you that they're just doing a great job of just 1-2ing like Trump, they got him in the corner, and Trump is just, and they boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Even when he made Detroit wait 3.5 hours for his arrival, bro. Wow. To be on Joe Rogan. And when he was on Joe Rogan was like, kind of like, yo, bro, like, where's the scar on your ear? Yeah. Like, what, you know what I mean? He was going through the holes. Like, it was.
Listen, bro, I just can't wait till this election is over.
Me too.
Either way.
How many more days we got left? How many? I think
it's November 8th or November 9th. So
all right, we got about like a week left.
About
a week left. All right, week and a half.
Just want it to be over. Just want to know what's going on. Either way, if Trump loses, it's gonna be riots around here.
That and at one point, like I said, I'm not voting either way. But at one point, I did have Donald Trump.
But he almost had me. I'm telling you, bro.
He had me. That's the thing, bro. He had me, bro. He had me. But like
I can't
you
do
said,
it though now. I can't do it.
Like, bro, I can't. I just can't. Like, I support him, but I just can't fuck with you, my G. Like, go ahead, do your thing over there. If you win, you win. All right, cool. But I'm not about to argue with niggas no more for you, bro.
I would be spitting in the face of my ancestors.
Yep.
I can't do it, bro.
So sorry, brother. I'm gonna pass on that, bro.
Right.
We are gonna touch because we have what? Maybe like a week left. Maybe like less than 9 days or some shit like that to the election.
Oh man.
And yeah, so the election right now is looking really like at one point I didn't know where it could go. I had an idea it was leaning more on Trump's side. But after these last couple of days, lawsuits, statements, and jokes that have been going on,
right?
I really don't know.
Right? You know, some stuff got to be offensive if his own party is like, "Hey, yo, not too much." Actually, that was too much. And when some of his voters are like, "Oh no, that's just distasteful," even for me. And we know how his voters are. His support base, we know how they are. And I think that they're slowly starting to see that he hasn't put anything on the table that they feel like is going to benefit them. And I think they're tired of hearing him crack jokes talking about she's dancing, Beyonce. Mind your business.
them Harris shows has been
lit.
I'm talking about WrestleMania, Super Bowl. I mean, Shorty had Beyonce. She had this, that. Like, they're not going for a rally. They're going for like a party. Like, they are like really out there tailgating and getting lit out there. So shouts out to her. But
what's that Miley
Donald
Cyrus
Trump
song? It's a party
Yeah.
in the
Oh my God.
USA.
It's been the like the little reels that I've been seeing has been like, damn, like, are they going for Paris or Beyonce? That's my thing. Like, what are we doing? But the thing with, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
The thing with Trump, right? And because I'm Latino, I'm actually Puerto Rican. I wasn't gonna vote because I'm a felon. But I wasn't gonna vote. But if I was forced to gun to head, it would have been Trump. Would have been. I still fuck with Donnie, but it's just like, even my old heads, my dad and people I know, like, they don't want to vote in here, but they were gonna vote for Trump. And now, because of everything that Trump is doing in these last 2 weeks, has made them have this sour, just complete negative thought towards this election and towards Donald Trump. Like, you went against the most proudest race possible. Like, this is bad. Like, we knew you was racist and everything, but you went against, like, Latinos, we fly under the radar. We don't play politics. We're not into the racial shit.
Especially Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Non-problematic.
We're just here. We're here. We want to go to work, come home, and have our 7 kids with our Honda and leave us the fuck alone.
Not the Honda.
That's all we want. You know what I mean? We're never in the public eye like that. You know, but when he made these remarks and these jokes, it rubbed the whole culture wrong. And it was like, this isn't gonna stand. This isn't gonna go. This isn't gonna rock. And I felt the shit. I swear. Everybody's like, oh, Trump is gonna win. I'm like, bro, I don't know anymore. Because he has rocked this boat so hard. It's almost like he knows he's not gonna win, so he's doing shit to make it seem like, oh, well, this is why we lost. I was late 3.5 hours to a rally, and I disrespected the Puerto Ricans and this and that. Like, nah, bro. Like, just...
But my problem, why target the Puerto Ricans? What? You ever notice that every election he has an issue with the Puerto Ricans? You remember I don't know what hurricane it was, but it was a hurricane that was really bad, and then he had to go over to Puerto Rico, and then he didn't even know Puerto Rico was a part of the USA. And I'm like, Nick, what? Huh? Yeah. They are citizens. They us. We are them. They are a part of the US. They just a little broken apart from us, you know? And it bothered me. Like, he was over there tossing paper towels like he was Kobe. And then it's like he just didn't really care. I just feel like Puerto Ricans are definitely non-problematic. You don't hear a lot of stuff in the news about Puerto Ricans doing crazy stuff or... y'all are Americans. Y'all are Americans. I can see, and I don't have nothing against, Latinos. I could see if it was people who were coming in from Ecuador and they're jumping the wall and they haven't came into the country legally. If you come into this country legally, I support you. You have the right to chase after your dreams. But if you come here illegally, then I'll be like, okay, I understand what Trump's saying on this, because if I have to follow the law, so do you. Right. Okay? But to sit here and target people who made America great, Puerto Ricans, I'm from Youngstown. So it's like we have a place called La La Land. That's full of Puerto Ricans. That was La La Land was my place.
Truesdale and Hemrod.
Okay. And, what's that? What was it? Rush. What's it? Rush something. It's on the east side. In La La Land, Rushton or something like that. I forget.
Some shit.
I don't know.
I know.
Erie Street.
Garland.
That's what it's called. Erie Street. They made a song about that street back in the day. Okay. I used to be on Truesdale all the time because my aunt stayed on Cancer Rock. So we be over there just hanging the hell out, okay? And all my friends were Puerto Ricans. My best friend is Puerto Rican, okay? Shout out to Maria. Hey, girl, hey. And I used to go to the Royal Bean over on the east side and go get my salsa one. Okay. And I've never had one problem with a Puerto Rican. Never experienced racism from one. Never. I didn't understand, like, why we making jokes about Trash Allen. The Puerto Ricans I know are very clean. They're not nice. Yeah. Like, I'm like, hold on, have you ever been to a Puerto Rican's house?
And not saying that there's not no racist, dirty, illegal Puerto Ricans out there like that don't do no shit. But it was the statement of, if you had a Latino comedian up there making a Latin joke or something like that, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But what like they did was, yeah, exactly. George Lopez, you could even went like, somebody else, somebody, anybody. But the fact that you didn't go at the race, you went at the history, you went at the blood, like you cut so deep when you said something about that island. That's the motherland. Like, it is. Puerto Ricans don't play about their food, their heritage. Kids, and their heritage. Like, we are so proud. And it cut me. Like, it really was just like, when I was listening to it, because I do my little research and whatnot, and I'm listening to it, and I laugh at a lot of shit that Trump said. But when he said that, it just, and he didn't even say it. It was Kill Tony. Kill Tony made the joke. But it was like, that's the person that endorsed you. When he said it, I had to like run the shit back. Like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
What was just said that I know is just gonna rock a whole culture? But Trump not looking too good, man. I got Kamala, and I'm not voting for her, but I feel like Miss Harris is gonna take it, and we're gonna finally have our first.
I still don't know. I think people are still willing to overlook past that because she's a woman, and she identifies as biracial or whatever. I don't really care. For me, it don't really matter as long as she runs this country the way it needs to be ran. I feel like we just really need some leadership that's going to be in there for all people, not just Black people, not for just Indian people, not just for white people. I think that this country needs unity, and I really feel like since COVID, we really have been divided as a nation because it started with the Kung flu. I ain't gonna lie, when Trump said that shit, I fucking cracked up. Fucked up. I said, that nigga, oh, hell no.
Oh, no.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as fuck. But then when I thought about it, I was like, okay, he just offended a whole group of people. What if that was Black people that he offended? Right. It would have been so funny if it was us, and I think that he has the theatrics down. And I just started thinking, I said, you know what? I think that comment right there made people start really feeling some type of way about each other, not just Asians. I think about Black people, Latin people, because there were people who are Puerto Rican who was then mistaken for Mexicans, and Guatemalans and Venezuelans, and people like, oh, you're an illegal. Like, bitch, I was born here. I'm from Puerto Rico, honey. Okay, and I think that right, I'm Puerto Rican. Or like even the Mexicans get mad, like, nigga, I'm not from here. I'm not Ecuadorian. And you be like, oh, I thought it all was the same. No. It showed that
God, that's the worst thing you could do.
It shows that we all, as U.S. citizens and even non-U.S. citizens, we have a bias. And I think that we need someone to help heal those biases, and so that we can understand each other, and so that we can properly identify people. And if you're not sure what someone's nationality is, it's okay to ask. I believe it's okay to ask. I'd rather ask versus misidentify someone, because people don't understand it. But Mexicans and Puerto Ricans are very different. The food is different. People like, y'all speak the same language. No, dialect is definitely different. Right. And the food is definitely different. It's similar, but it's definitely a different flavor. It's definitely a different vibe. Even from the music, it's similar tempos, but it's very different. And the culture is so different, similar, but different. And I think people don't understand that each Latin community has their own culture, and it's not the same, and it's okay for them to have their own culture and be able to identify what their roots are and what their beliefs are. And I think that that's something that we all need to start being mindful of, because I think it's really offensive and distasteful.
And people are very sensitive. People are too sensitive nowadays, and I would agree that people are too sensitive when it comes down to political shit and racist shit and all of that other shit. But there's just certain things when you say certain things where it just cuts deep to a certain culture. Whether it's Black, Latinos, or whatever. When you say certain things, it goes past just being sensitive and just being like super offensive. And
Right.
I think that was one of Trump's that's gonna be one of Trump's downfalls. If he does lose this, he can blame that right there.
Speaking on passing on things, brother, Dame Dash is selling 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt. This man owes $8.6 million to the government and IRS,
and they want their money.
Yeah, he ain't getting no RICOs, but he got some type of government at his door, bro.
And
you know what I mean?
And you know what, man? I love Dame Dash. I love his whole persona. I love, like when he really speaks, like the realness. There's nothing fake about Dame, you know what I'm saying? Like what you see is like what you get. You know what I mean? But and like I met him twice. So and he always treated me great. It's just really sad how he is at right now. I remember like fucking back in the days, he did an interview. He was like, "Yo, I'm high right now. I'm on top of the game, and I'm not gonna stop until I get like $1 billion." You know what I mean? And now he's selling 1/3 of something that he helped create, just to pay off like his creditors.
So this is the thing. I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see the live where his teeth fell out on the live?
Yeah. I saw that.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
It's funny as fuck.
It was funny because the nigga was like,
Dame and fucking Dame like was laughing about it too.
Yo, yeah, bro. He was laughing about it, but it was just hilarious how that went. But like, I did like some scoop, and then I found out that he owed like $8 million to the government, and he's trying to sell this. And he went online and he put a little on Instagram like, "Hey, I'm selling 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt, and if you buy Reasonable Doubt and put 10 million on it, you can also get this Rockefeller chain." Blase blah, right? So he's doing that. He's promoting that he's about to put this thing on auction, and all of this is happening. Now, mind you, if you don't know Dame Dash was Jay-Z's right-hand man. Rockefeller was the biggest place to be in 2000s. Like Dame, everybody thought that what position Jay-Z's in, everybody thought that it was Dame. Well, I guess Dame thought he was in that position. And then when it all came down, when Jay-Z said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do me, fuck you, everything. I'm gonna take your artist, I'm gonna take everything and redo it," Dame kind of just went into a spiral of just being just a regular ass nigga. All right, and we're at this point. So now Dame is on his dick, pause, and now he don't have nothing else to give. The government's at him. All of this is happening, and he's putting out 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt, his share that he owns,
which is only going to last
5
years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jay-Z, being the pettiest nigga in the fucking world, goes and tweets out, "Y'all niggas can have that because in the next 5 years, I'm gonna own it anyway."
It's fucked up.
Right.
So he brought like the value down by
he brought
just,
the value. Yo, bro, that 10 million, the most the nigga can get if you want to just flex, if you want to just say that I own Jay-Z for 5 years, bro, it would be maybe 4, 5, 6 million worth, if that, bro, with the chain. 5, 6 million.
Listen, if somebody's gonna go ahead and pony up $8 million, why would they want a measly $5,000 chain?
Because I get it. As a collector, I would get it. As a collector.
I get it. But on paper,
right,
that's what the chain is maybe worth.
Because you're basically paying the $10 million or $8 million for the chain. Because after 5 years, you don't own nothing.
And bro, I don't think anybody's gonna do that deal. I kind of heard that Mace and Cameron was gonna buy it.
Mace, Cameron, and Drake. Those are the 3 people that I've heard.
But then,
and those are all to get back at Jigga, because you know Drake got some. But the numbers gotta be crazy low for Dame. Remember, Dame is an $8 million debt with the IRS. So you gotta understand, ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up in the morning and you know that you could go to jail at one point, it's the most stressful thing. You know what I mean? And this dude, he's got everything coming down on his shoulders. So to sell this thing right now and somebody offer this nigga $2 million, $3 million, $1 million, it's just not worth it, bro. I mean, for him, it could be, because in 5 years, it's not gonna be his at all. So,
and Jay is a billion nigga. He's a billion or more.
Jay could have kept that statement to himself and let
so how come Jigga couldn't be, yo, Dame, man, yo, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you this so you could pay like your creditors. You know what I'm saying? Dog, that's, to me, that's the least he could do. That's the least he could do, bro.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that are coming out.
Jigga could just go ahead and level up and just be like, yo, Dame, you know what? I know that we not seeing eye to eye, but 1, like, I want to help you, and 2, like, I want like my shit back. I don't see why he can't just scrape up the 7 or 8. I mean, you know, I'm talking like if I got that, but I'm just saying, like, for a person like Jigga who does have it, he could easily take care of this issue, and that's it. And I'm sure that Jigga could use Dame like for something, bro.
It's got to be something that's real deep. I'm sure that Dame knows some shit that maybe he, you know, because Jay-Z looks like a real calculated dude, whereas like
smart. I mean, Jigga is super smart. I mean, Jigga like would not be in a position where he's in right now if he wasn't street smart. You know what I mean? So shouts Jigga, who's like a legend, like in our time. You know, he came like from nothing, you know what I'm saying, to being like a fucking street hustler, and boom.
At this point, I'm not shouting out none of these billionaires, bro. I don't trust none of these niggas no more, bro. Because
I never said I trust them, because they would fucking go ahead and fucking do you dirty for $1.
Yeah.
Easy.
I just think the Dame Dash situation, you know, with his teeth falling out, because he was just on. I don't know if you've seen it a while back. He was on the Breakfast Club with like Murder Mook and a couple other niggas, promoting his son's cookies, and he was telling Envy, "Nigga, you not a boss. You not a boss. You not." Well, that nigga's employed, and that nigga had, and he had the feds at his door. His taxes is great, so it just, when I think Dame, like another word of, you know, humbled. The nigga is super. He should be humbled. I mean, he seems like, when I watch his podcast and, you know, I hear him in other interviews and stuff like that, he acts like he's just in a great place, right? Which I know is a front. You know what I mean? But the one thing that I've always, because you say, you know, he was a great dude to you, and every time you seen him and shit like that, that's cool. But from the image I always got, I never liked Dame, bro. He was just always the cocky nigga. Like, he was just always the extra, you know, like hyper, you know, too much. And
I'm
then
just saying that because, like, in my time, I knew a lot of dudes just like Dame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like them Harlem cats.
Yeah.
Oh, the stain.
Super annoying, bro. Their cockiness is to another.
I
level.
don't know if they read a book or there's some sort of like initiation, but they all got the same style.
The one thing you do not want to run by is a Harlem nigga that gets money. And if he's a pretty boy and gets money, it's, oh my God, it's a fucking rap, bro. You can't, like, it's like, if the nigga got bitches and money, he's got the world, bro. Like, you can't tell the nigga nothing. The nigga, you know, he'll fuck your bitch, he'll take your ride, he'll do this, he'll do that. Like, you know what I mean? And usually those niggas don't get exposed until they get punched in the mouth. And I think this is karma punching the fuck out of Dame, because I've heard so many stories of Dame just being a complete dickhead to people. You know what I mean? And I have the same personality. Don't play with me. Don't play with me at all, bro. Like, I don't, like, if we cool. But yo, bro, don't take me for no type of joke. Not even trying to be tough. I just don't like to be, you know what I mean? I don't like to cross certain lines with grown men, bro. That's just point blank. Like, and I just felt like with Dame, he crossed a lot of niggas, bro. He must have crossed a lot of niggas to be on the level he's on, bro. Because if you $8 million deep in the hole and nobody's trying to pull you out for all the niggas you done put on, bro, we got Jay-Z, Dipset. We talk about motherfucking Freeway and State Property. Nigga, we had State Property, the movie, paid in full. We've had so much coming from Dame Dash for the nigga to be like, I'm in a hole. And I understand you're gonna let your nuts hang, my nigga, and you don't want niggas to help you out or nah, nigga, not 8 million, nigga. I need all that help I can get, bro. Yeah. Listen, bro, I ain't asking for it, but if you gonna give it, holla at your boy, bro.
Come on, man. I'm sure he could work that off, like with Jigga, somehow make a movie, make another a paid in full, or something like to pay him back.
At this point, bro, I think the smartest thing would be is just do your own thing, because you just don't know what's gonna happen next, man. With all of these people got so much shit going on, man, and you know, like, niggas is using money to do so much corruption in the world, bro, and it's just weird. It's weird. A lot of shit happening in these next couple days. The next fucking 10 days with this election, niggas is catching Ricos every single day, bro. I think like 11 rappers or more have caught Ricos just this year, bro. You know what I mean? A Rico was a once in a while thing. Like, now niggas is catching Ricos like it's fucking it's Corona.
Again, like, Cassie got that bag, and that's it. Now every person who's had some sort of interaction with any type of celebrity is gonna come out the closet now. Now, like, I just heard that there's a documentary about this girl who's claiming that Chris Brown had raped her up in the Diddy yacht somewhere. I don't know. This is all like allegedly. This is something I read. Yeah. I'll save it for like another time for us to talk about it. But yeah. And this,
when it comes out,
and this supposedly happened like 10, 12 years ago. And now,
we will We'll report it when
coming
it
out.
comes out and have it, man.
So it's a coincidence where it's coming out like at this time, allegedly.
Allegedly, always that the words of the day. Allegedly, was there any highlights or any games that you felt like you
Redskins? I mean, not the
oh my
Redskins,
God, Washington
like the Commanders.
is on fire right now, bro. Did you see the Hail fucking Mary, bro? Oh my God!
And that was like a 70-yarder. He just
off the fucking helmet and just whoop, like yo. Whoop. Thank you.
So far, that was the game of the week, right there. And there's nothing else to talk about except for that game. My man launched that, bro.
Listen, bro, the Commanders. Oh my God! Congratulations to them, man. They listen.
First place in the East.
Just to make it, just to make some noise, bro. It's been so long. What's this RG3? Just to make some noise out there in Washington, man. It's fire, man. That game was so good, bro. So good. I caught like a quarter or two.
They are a fun team like to watch.
They are, bro. They're one of the most entertaining teams. That Hail Mary was probably one of the most crazy. Like, to be a Commander fan, being there, watching that play, losing your fucking mind. Oh my God.
The fucking dog pound there must have been crazy.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, it's wild, bro. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out on them. Fuck Sierra's boyfriend. Philly's looking. What you think about Philly, man?
Philly's gonna be there. Philly's gonna. Hurts doesn't. He doesn't shake me like in no way. Like Hurts. Yeah.
Fuck the between Philly, I'm done with. I'm trying to stick in there with Philly because it's Saquon. Like Saquon is like one of my favorite running backs, and since he's in Philly, but Philly's just on that bridge of just like, even though they're winning, is like, all right, the next fuck up, I can't fuck with y'all no more, because they're the most potential team to do the most fucking damage, bro.
Well, they supposed to be there, so I see them. I mean, I don't know who's gonna win like the division there, because like the Commanders are 5-2. I believe.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So
it's just like the next fuck up. I just can't fuck with you, bro, because Philly's just one of them teams, man, where it's just like this is where you need to win every fucking game, bro. Like, you need the Saquon needs to dig his cleats where he needs to dig his cleats, bro, and just and go the fuck off, bro. Speaking of keys to the city, yo, Hive, real quick, switching it up. Every nigga that they gave a key to the city has got this shit took back, bro. They gave Diddy the key to the city, got that shit took back. They gave Dirk the key to the city, had to get them shits took back before they threw away the key. Like, look, there's so many. Now they got 6ix9ine. They got 6ix9ine on the Rico, bro.
Well, he's been asking for it though for a minute.
At this point, I disagree, because I haven't heard from homie in a very long time. I think he's been doing his little Spanish shit in Dominican Republic.
He and niggas is looking for him up in DR too, like to arrest his ass for a warrant. He just, everywhere he touches, he's in trouble, like with the authorities, bro.
Everybody's getting a Rico. Everybody's getting taken down. Everybody is getting taken down. I feel like tomorrow I might get a Rico, fucking with these like blogs and shit. Like, yo, bro, I'm like, it's so many people getting Rico'd, and like it's back to back to back to back during an election. During all of this shit that's going on, do you see any connection, or is it just like what's going on? Like, do you think that this is an appropriate time to be placing out all of these Ricos?
It's not that. It's that all these new dudes are just snitching on themselves, like online and like in fucking social media. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, be careful what you post on social media. Be careful where you post, like your locations and this and that, because people are watching. People are watching all the time, and you don't know who watch. But just know that the big brother, he's always watching.
Always watching, bro.
Alright?
Always watching.
So if they suspect anything of you, guess what? It's all right there. Just scroll. They have all your history there, bro.
So this
And if you think if you're gonna go ahead and fucking delete it, guess what? It still stays there, bro.
the government has an app to go into your phone and find out all of your information that you did after a certain amount of time, bro.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. It's scary because it's like you kind of think like you have all of these cameras around. You know, I got security cameras everywhere, bro. You know, this camera right here, my phone, all of this. You think those are personal cameras. Bro, they out here selling our information. They out here giving all of our shit away. Like, yo, bro, anybody can hack my camera right now and take over this podcast. It's ridiculous, man. 6ix9ine is fucking violated his fucking parole, which I don't understand. These niggas go get a Fed case. They tell on their mans. They plead out. And when they plead out to like 15, 20 years of probation, bro.
You might as well just do your 5.
Just do it, bro. That's what I was told when I was in jail. And I get it. When you in jail, the first thing you want to do is just, yo, if I could get out, I don't give a fuck what they give me. I want to get out, bro. That burden of being somewhere and knowing you're not supposed to be there, and if something happens, it pops off, and you on camera.
Exactly. And like, it's not just you, it's whoever's around you. If they do something stupid, cops coming. You're in the facility, like of it. You did it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter, bro. I could be riding with my mans. He got a gun. He didn't tell me he had a gun. I'm on parole. They find him with the gun, bro. We're going down. I got a new gun case. I'm not supposed to be around that. I smoke. I drink. I have a slip up. Yeah, I go out the country and I'm not supposed to. Or yo, bro. I had a female fucking parole officer, bro, and it was the worst because all she seen me as was a criminal. Like, she didn't want to see me as nothing else but a criminal. Like, she didn't want to work with me, nothing, because she had a reputation of being a hard ass. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I broke down to that bitch because I knew I had to make her see me as a human. Like, they don't give a fuck, bro. Their job is to lock you up. They don't give a fuck about if you're a good one. They only care if you're paying your restitution and your court fees, bro. And even the scariest part was I was like 2-3 months left of my parole, and she was like, "I'm gonna wait until the very last day of your parole, and I'm gonna piss test you. I dare you come up negative. I dare you come up positive. You're gonna do every day of that." I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, I had 2 years on my shit, bro. Like,
too much pressure, bro.
Bro,
I couldn't do it. Bro. I couldn't do it.
I every day I used to torture myself, bro. And I used to watch Locked Up Raw. Those shows were like, and yo, bro, go to sleep like waking up like, yo, bro, I'm going back to jail. Because at any given point, these people could knock at your door, piss test you, go to your job, fuck your whole life up. You could lie to your job. No, I'm not on parole, nothing. You tell your parole where you at, they pop up. Yo, I'm here for such and such. Oh yeah, he on parole. Oh yeah, he got an attempted murder. Oh, y'all didn't do y'all back. And these niggas got millions, you know, NBA YoungBoy, 6ix9ine, all of these niggas is dipped out in little spots, bro. Like, for me and you, bro, it just takes our you know, just pay our little bit of rent. Let me get a little, you know, buy with a little bit of money. These niggas got the world at their fingertips, still giving Fed time, bro.
No,
for violations, bro.
no, man. It's not
For
worth
violations.
it. It ain't worth it, man.
Lil Durk was trying to flee the country. This nigga, it's so much
He's
shit.
gonna have to plead, bro. He's gonna have to, and he doesn't look like the type who's gonna hold it down. You know what I mean? He don't look like the type that he's gonna be in there and he's gonna hold it down. He's gonna flip. He's gonna snitch on somebody. But hey, snitching is cool now. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened when you held it down last time. We talked about it. Look what happened to Bobby Shmurda, man. I mean, that nigga came home. I thought when Bobby Shmurda was going to touch down, he was going to be the biggest name in the fucking world. He was going to be the new 50 Cent. This nigga was going to be everywhere. There was going to be hits after hits. Nah, nigga, fuck that nigga, bro. He a little zesty ass nigga now, but that's happening. You know, like niggas is taking pleas for the YSL case now. Young Thug is they finally coming to a close. It might come to a close. It was supposed to come to a close Monday morning at 9:00, bro.
This shit's been going on longer than the OJ trial.
It's the longest. It's the longest trial in history in Georgia, bro. It's literally going on 190 days, and they're trying to plead out. They fucked up this case every which way you could think of, and now they're finally giving these guys pleads. Some of these guys had to plead out because
I think it's good, like for Thugger though.
That is like what we were just talking about. It could be good for Thug because if you get a plea where it could say, okay, you know, here, take 5 years, but just admit that you're a gang and admit to all of this shit. Yeah, you already spent 2.5 there, so you only spend like another year in jail if you take a 2 to 5 or some shit like that.
Because I'm sure he's gonna get a whole bunch of time served.
Yeah, but then you do all of that. But then it's that motherfucking 20 years of fucking probation. They're gonna have him by some way, and then on top of that, they're gonna have that gang enhancement. That gang enhancement is what kills the nigga. So if he pleads out to saying, yeah, YSL was a gang and he was the gang leader, and you only get 5 years, that's cool. But when you come home and these hip-hop police and these corrupt niggas is trying to bring you down and shit like that, and you got this gang corruption over your head, bro, the next charge, they're gonna kill you. They're gonna throw everything at you. You know what I mean? It's over for you.
So if he gets tired, he has to move. He can't stay up in the ATL no more. He's gonna have to.
The feds is on you, bro. So they're gonna get you one way or another. They're not gonna let this man go.
He could just pick up and just move to DR and just stay there.
You niggas need to do the Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
Go out in Palestine, wherever the fuck he at. Go get a hotel. Go be a billionaire out there. Take all your money and get the fuck out of here, bro. Because this is not where the fuck it's at.
Moving forward, we got more people in jail, of course. Was there new charges on Diddy?
Yes.
Man. This is your show. Let's go.
So the tea is Diddy was accused. He has new charges. They're being brought forth, and he's been accused of drugging and sexually assaulting a 10-year-old boy at the time. And so his lawyers, his lawyer.
I swear, this is the first time I'm hearing this. I'm hearing this for the very first time. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so his lawyers are disputing this, and his lawyer said that at this point it's a money grab, and he feels like everybody and their mama is coming after Diddy. But there's a lot of things that I have questions that I have about this. The boy said that it was he was 10, he was drugged, and Diddy was supposed to be signing him or something like that. But my question always goes back to these motherfucking parents. Bitch, why ain't you with your kids? Why the hell y'all letting y'all kids in the studio? These little kids, he's 10. I don't trust my kids with family. And you leaving your 10-year-old in the studio with music industry folks. And I just be wondering, it just takes me back to Michael Jackson, where it was one case, and then it was more cases, and it was more cases. And these people like, oh, he molested my kids. And yet they took their kids right back over there after they said the kid told them. So I'm not going to discredit the victim because I don't know if it's true or not. But I really do feel like this is something that we should wait and see on. Sexual assault cases for men, even if it's not true, can ruin their whole lives. I believe that Diddy did a lot of stuff. I really do. I ain't gonna say I disbelieve this or not because I don't know what to feel on this. I just want to wait until the evidence come out. But I feel like men can get accused of sexual assault and then get vindicated. And then they're always going to be a predator. They're always going to be that R word, even though they were proven to be innocent and they were actually really innocent. And I just feel like as society, we jump the gun and we jump the gun without facts. And I need to hear this. I need to hear this case out. I want to watch this case play by play. And let me tell you, if it finds that he did do that to a 10-year-old, lock the bitch up.
Right.
Beat his ass. Not playing.
Because with accusations like that, with just people just claiming certain shit that's just severe like that, it just automatically just the thought of it makes you want Diddy to rot in jail, and it's easy for that just to just be like that. Like you said, I need to know the facts of what's going on, but at this point, it's like, wow, that rubs me wrong. It makes me just like cringe at this whole situation. I had a whole thought on what I wanted to say, but just hearing like everything, it's like this is going to be one of the most craziest cases in 2025 and wherever it's going to go, because there's going to be a lot of shit that comes out, and Diddy's going to have way more shit that comes out. But a 10-year-old boy, where do we stop and say, if we're going to have these minors come forward, even if they're grown-ass men now, when do we convict the parents for neglect?
Yeah.
Where do we say, all right, if you want to get a cash grab, they're going to get a cash grab, but you got to go to jail too. You got to serve some of that time too.
Yeah.
And I want to see how many people is going to be...
I could see if the mom and dad, no, I can't even see that. I'm sorry. There's no way a child should be left in the studio. Like, even with all these kids on Nickelodeon who came out and we found out they were being molested, and this one guy's still out here free, and we still don't see him being prosecuted yet. But don't let me get into that. I just feel like the parents, like Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Bynes, I feel like their parents were more in for the money and the fame, and they fucking was okay with selling their kids' soul. And I remember the 90s seeing people like kids in the clubs, like Macaulay Culkin was in a club, bro, allegedly, because I don't remember the source, but I remember it was in the tabloid, like this little nigga was in the club. Like, hold on, he ain't even grown yet. Chris Brown was talking about how he was kicking it at a certain age, and I'm like, bro, these are still kids. No matter if they got money or not, they are still kids. But I about to say, I hate that we got to start with Diddy because he's a black man, but at the same time, black don't protect you from shit. If you a predator, you're going down. But I do feel like we need to be getting all of them. Let's go ahead and wrap this
exactly. If we're gonna start with Diddy, that's fine. Whether it's black, white, or green, whatever color you are, if you're a shitbag,
you're a shitbag.
You know, ride in fucking hell. But let's get everybody that falls down with Diddy. Speaking of everybody that's falling down with their person, I just want to touch up because I know you gotta go. Young Thug is the longest case in Georgia is coming to an end. It was supposed to end on Monday. I'm saying free Thug because I know my man's is coming home, but they are doing this with prejudice. So that means, basically they can go with a mistrial and try to drop the case, and Thug could possibly come home. But the moment Thug gets out of jail, FBI could be waiting for him right at the door. So they did it with YMLE. They're in the case with Tory Lane right now, where they're gonna renew his trial. Shouts out to Tory Lane, free Tory. But right now, Thug is almost home. There is a couple of his partners that are taking a plea where it's like 7 years and like 20 years of fucking probation.
I ain't know. Well, I guess it's better than being locked up.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. They already been locked up for almost 3 years. And then, that's going to be counted for. So they got to maybe like another 2 years. And then they come home. So by the time all of this shit is done, they'll probably have like a year and a half in the state, which will go fucking quick as hell. But how do you see this? Do you think the Thug is gonna come home and they're gonna leave him alone, or do you think he's doomed? Because this is gonna last. If they pick it up, they're gonna come.
I'm sorry, guys. I am a mother over here, and these kids are acting up. But anyways,
I can cut this. Don't worry about it.
I feel like they gonna catch him again because from what I was seeing, that Thug had he had goons, he had soldiers, and he was really a commander out here commanding. And I feel like allegedly. I feel like with someone like him, they're gonna definitely want him off the streets. Let me say this. I hate the murder. I hate the murders. I feel like you kind of need an evil though. I feel like you kind of need guys like Thug in the community, because certain people in the community, they make sure there are guidelines and regulations. Back in the day, we had the OGs. Don't touch women. Don't touch children. They off limits. I feel like you kind of need them types in the streets. It's unfortunate because if you don't, it's just gonna get rampant and people gonna do whatever. You gotta have someone to say, listen. It reminds me of that show, Kings of Tulsa. You can't go here to this territory and do this. We got rules out here, and we gonna make sure that this community is gonna run as a community because I live in this community and I benefit off of this community. And I feel like that's the mindset that Thug had, because Thug did do a lot for his community. And I know they were like, but he still took what he did. He did, and I feel like he should pay for that. Allegedly. Okay, we're gonna say allegedly.
Yeah. No, but see, this is the situation with this situation. It's the fact that if you're gonna convict somebody, make the shit make sense. Make it make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not making it make sense. It's to the point where it's like, you got this case as the Fed, but it's not a solid one. It doesn't make it, you know what I mean? Thug doesn't seem like he's calling the shot. It just seems like he signed a bunch of hungry goons on the streets. You know what I mean? And they could say Rico is just a bunch of thugs that are hanging together.
I mean, I guess you could say it like that too. But I do feel like he deserves a fair trial though, and I don't feel like he was getting that though.
He's not getting. Since I've been looking at this trial from day one until day 190 business days. Okay. They're not giving this man a fucking fair trial. It's not a fair trial. There's no way that this is a fair trial. They've done grimy shit. They've called for mistrial for the last, I'm gonna say, 5 months, and denied every single one. Mm-hmm. And at this point, we're streaming everything, so we see everything. The jurors see everything. Everybody see. It's a fucking joke. This man was supposed to have been home. Yeah.
I feel like the court system is not blind when it comes to us. I feel like things are being swayed. I do believe that. I feel like if justice is going to be served, it needs to be served properly and fairly. If George Zimmerman can get off, and we didn't have a person on the phone telling him, don't pursue this kid, mind your business and turn the fuck around, you still go and do this and you get off. I feel like someone like Thug, who a judge in his case was biased, and he let the prosecutors go and they're holding secret meetings and stuff, tainting the case. I feel like that is definitely something that should have caused a mistrial. But they feel like they couldn't present any more evidence where they could have convicted him. And I feel like that is not and the what's the word I'm looking for? That is not in the action of justice. I don't think that's for justice. I think that's for personal bias that they just keep on saying we're not going to have a mistrial. If they really, really upheld justice and they really believed in that, I feel like then he would have had a mistrial and they would have had to come back and try their hardest to present this case. The reason why they won't do it is because they're behind the doors. As we know, having conversations with the judge about this case, not letting the defense know about it, and the judge is in cahoots with them, and that's what it seems like allegedly. That's when I'm looking at this. That's how I'm viewing it, because as a judge, you're supposed to have a standard where you are Switzerland from the defense and the prosecutor. And how could you call yourself a judge if you cannot be neutral and you're allowing things like this to go on? Are you paid and bought for? Do you have
Right,
something
and that's the
against this
scary
young
thing,
man?
and that's the scary thing about this whole situation. Watching this case is that these guys have millions and millions upon millions of dollars, and they're gaining a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of millions while they're in there to pay their lawyer fee through their streaming.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the average person that is
Right.
innocent that goes through this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And this corruption in the courts and everything. Like Thug is going through it. Like they could have at
Mm-hmm.
least been like, this this seems a little bullshit. Let's put him on house arrest.
Right.
Let's take his passports. Let's since because this case is absolute bullshit. Free Young Thug. This is corruption. This is just it's basically a mistrial waiting to happen so that way they can pick it all back up and spend more money. It's
Of
crazy.
our dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Of ours
I'm
and
not.
Thug.
I'm not gonna scream for Young Thug, but I am going to scream out. Give Young Thug a fair one. Give him, let
Let's get that one
justice
going.
be served equally and non-biasly. Show us that
Fair,
our
yeah,
court system is fair. And I don't
yeah.
think with people who look like us, we ever get a fair shake. I'm sorry, I don't care. We see
I
it
agree.
time and
I agree.
time again. We seen a young man who drove his car in Texas into a group of people and then said it was his white privilege that he did this, and so he shouldn't be convicted. And guess what? He was not convicted because he was born too rich. Is there a
Mm,
thing called born too poor? No, it
mm.
isn't. So we all know that when it comes to black, brown, and Latinos and other, your chances of having a fair one is basically slim to none.
I will say this before we get out of here. Young Thug, out of all these cases, the NBA Young Boy, the 6ix9ine, the Dirk, Diddy, this is the one that seems the most innocent.
It does seem very corrupted.
It
I give you
seems the
that.
most innocent, the most corrupted. It just seems like it's a lot of shit that's just putting too much into rap lyrics. And I hope there's a rule where that just gets thrown the fuck out because all of these rappers are in these courts and they're taking up a lot of time and money, man. And people gotta understand when they get these deals and these pleas, and even though the courts may win because they get pleas, they're coming for justice for the next people. Just because they didn't get a Thug, when
They're
they
going,
get the
yep.
regulars like us, they're gonna torch our ass because they
Mm-hmm.
didn't get Thug in them, and they're
That's how it
not gonna
works.
get them because that's how it works. But
Yep.
listen, Miss Kane, I appreciate you all the time. You always come in the clutch. You look amazing.
Thank
Let
you.
them know where they can see you. Let them know where they can find you. Holla.
Bro, before I do that, I want to leave everyone with some food for thought. We're
Let's go.
prosecuting these rappers. How about we start prosecuting the heads of the CEOs of the record labels? Let's not act like a lot of this beef and a lot of these things that they're doing in the street is not manufactured by the record labels and the CEOs. So I think they need to be accessories. But why won't that happen? Because they're big money. But we're gonna get the little man to start at the top with the big men too. If we get them, I believe that we'll see less murders. We'll see less drill music or trill music, whatever it's called. We'll see less of that, less rappers beefing about territory or rap lyrics and hurting themselves. You have to understand these guys are artists and they have to survive. And they're told in order to survive, you're going to have to beef with this artist. And then the beef is fake at first. And then it becomes real because the public has got involved. So for me, isn't that a part of terrorism? Maybe not terrorism, but I feel like it is an accessory. But guys, you guys could go ahead, brother.
Nah, that's sis right there, man. That's sis, man. We need a segment called Tea and Tits.
Tea and tits. I like that.
Yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get it popping. That's for old men and shit right there.
I
Nah,
feel
sis,
that.
I really do appreciate you. Like, yo, for real. Like, thank you. Happy Halloween. I'm glad that everything is working out. You know what I mean? Anything that I could do, let me know. But like again, just tell them where they could find you. Let them know where they could stalk you, where they could go check you out. Let them know.
All right. So listen, guys, if you want to find me, it is very simple. Head over to YouTube at the Alluring Hour Network and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But also follow me on Facebook and hit that like button and hit that follow button. My Facebook name is Allure Dan and Kane. And come to my page. You're definitely gonna laugh. You're definitely gonna have a good time. And I'm also on TikTok, Allure Sakura Dan. So just Alora Sakura Dannon or Alora Dannon Kane. You Google me. I am on Google Baby. I'm verified on Google Baby. Go ahead and Google my full shot if you want to go ahead and follow me.
Let's go, man. This is not for the week. Happy Halloween, guys. Thank you, man. Thank.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly's my team to like sneak up and do something to take the division, but Commanders looking like they taking it, man.
So
But
far, so good, man.
yeah, man. So I mean, you already know who's gonna win the Super Bowl. That boy Patrick Mahomes. So I mean, but we gonna cover whatever we gotta cover. I always appreciate you, brother. Just let them know. We always do it, even though I don't put it in there, just in case, so I can make the little, the little things when I have to. Let them know where we can catch you at, bro.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. You can catch me on IG at JStorm300. Send me a message or DM, and let's chop it up.
Always appreciate you, brother. I'ma holla at you, man. This is not for the week podcast, man. Let's go. I appreciate you, bro. I try to scan through that real quick for you. Oh shit.